Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is RJ. So today we're dropping it into Rollercoin and we're going to be taking a real good look at the Halloween event and the burning process. So keep watching. Okay, and welcome to another video. And remember, if this is your first time visiting my channel and you want to learn more about how to earn cryptocurrency for free, about cloud mining sites, crypto investments, and lots of other crypto related stuff, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to tag that notification bell so you're alerted to all my latest content as it comes online. Okay, so some of you might be wondering, why is RJ doing videos back to back as I never normally do? But the reason for this is because Rollercoin are putting out this Halloween event and I am not sure whether it is starting tomorrow or if it's starting on Monday. So I wanted to get this information to you as soon as possible so when the event starts, you know what you're doing. Okay, so as you can see, we are here in my Rollercoin account and the last time we did a video was 10 days ago. So in that 10 days, a few things have happened. So let's run through the numbers. Okay, so 10 days ago, we had in our hashing power, 160 petahashes. You can now see we are at 168. Now, in that last video, I did talk about a process I discussed with Lucas, who's one of my viewers stroke subscribers. And I sort of, in that video, I sort of said, well, I tested it out. It looked like it worked, but I wasn't going to push forward too much with it because I was waiting for this Halloween burning event. And I wanted to see what I could get for the miners I'm looking to exchange against how much I would get for the miners, the same miners, if I put them through the burning process. So what I did was I then followed basically the process that me and Lucas had talked about. And I thought, what I'll do is I'll push forward it a little bit more. So that's where that 8 petahashes come from. I've still got a lot of the demolisher miners. Sorry, I should have mentioned that earlier. It is the demolisher miners that I would be looking to exchange. So that is these ones. And I've got, I think I had like nearly 60 of these. I've now got about 36 left, 37 left or something like that. So I've still got plenty to go at. Whether I decide just simply to exchange them or if I, what we can get for them through the Halloween burning process. Because obviously at the end of the day, as I spoke about in the past, anything like this, especially with this burning process, make sure that whatever you are burning, that you're going to get back either an equivalent amount of power from the miner that you get, hopefully with extra bonus, or and this is the better scenario, is you exchange your old miners and then you gain power. That is it. You do not want to be exchanging on burning miners and then ending up with less power. Also, you've got to remember is right now, the power of the miners in your items panel actually still counts towards the power you see here. Obviously, Rollercoin have talked about getting rid of that, and therefore the only power that counts is the power of the miners that you actually have on your racks, and therefore any miners in your item panels do not count. And that's fine when that happens, but right now, that power in your items panel and everybody's item panels count towards your overall power. So don't go thinking, oh, well, I can just get rid of them. I can just get rid of all them. It doesn't matter. I'll get some eco coins. I can just get a miner or 2 miners. It's going to make no difference. It will make a massive difference because if you exchange them for any old miner, you're not calculating and trying to get basically more than what you've got. You're going to find yourself falling down that leaderboard because everybody else, or at least everybody else that thinks about it, is going to be working out, okay, I've got X amount of miners. Like if we go in here and scroll down, scroll across, I've got like 3 of these. Each one of these is worth, what is it? It's like about between 30 and 40 thousand gigahash. Well, so let's say they're 40,000. Well, that's 3 of them. That's 120,000 gigahash there that is being counted towards my overall power. And then, you know, you've got a load of these. You've got some ones that have basically just been upgraded. You know, all of these ones are ones that we've got through like the mini events and all that kind of stuff. And all of these count towards your overall power. I mean, look, I've got 5 of those. You know, I've got 4 of those. I've got 6 of those. You know, and they all, obviously, if you put them all together, that is probably a really good amount of gigahash power that is going towards my overall power. And this is what I'm basically trying to get to you guys. Don't just think those miners in your items panel mean nothing and you can just get rid of them. You've got to factor in and got to make sure that whatever you're getting rid of, that you're getting more back. Basically, obviously, just don't get less back. Even if you're getting the same back, that's fine. You know, if you just want to go, right, okay, all I want to do is basically have less miners in my items panel, then just make sure you're getting the same amount of power back. But don't get less, because you will find you are falling down that leaderboard. Okay, so we've talked about the power. I think in the last video I was at level, maybe I just think I'd just gone into level 4. So I've gone through level 4. I'm partway through level 5. If we drop into here, we can see that I've done, basically I've completed the task. 20 games, subscribe, like. I spent 15 RLT, which I do every single day. And then we've got the 10 games. I only need 2 more for there. And I need 7 more for the 50 games. And then that will be me done in the way of tasks for the day. We've got 3 RLT. You can see that we've got 3,425 RST, and we've got 53 days left. So in about 20 days, we've gained like 3,500 RST. So let's say that's 40 days. So that would give us, what's it, like nearly 10,000, 9,000 and something. Yeah, maybe 10,000. And we'd still have 13 days left or whatever. Yeah. So that would get us, obviously, we could get 2 of these, or we could get 1 of these. Personally, I always say, you're better off going for 2 of these and then merging them together, because you will actually end up getting more than what this gives you. Yes, you've got to have the parts to merge them together, but essentially, if you don't want to bother with getting parts and stuff like that, then just get this one. I mean, obviously, they've also talked about removing these parts boxes, so maybe it might be an idea just to go straight for that. Rather than trying to get the parts off the market, because obviously, yeah, I mean, I'll have, what did we say? I'll have like 13 days, so I could get 2 of these, and then in that 13 days, I could try and get as much parts as I can to hopefully have enough to basically merge that. But like I say, if you don't want to take the risk on that, then just get this. Yeah, so anyway, we are obviously moving through those levels quite well. Not sure where I'm going to get to at the end of the season, but if we just quickly drop in here, I am saving up my BTC. We're currently at 15 RLT. I'm hoping to have that enough to upgrade my pass. So obviously all these Like, that means I'll get that, I'll get that, I'll get that, you know. And obviously any further we go through, as soon as I upgrade it, at the moment, obviously I'm only getting these 3 parts, but I will get anything that any of these levels I have passed, I will get any of these. So that is the plan. Because I said this level, it was all about pushing my account forward and trying to move back up that leaderboard. I mean, if I could get up to maybe 800 or something like that, I would be happy. You know, but we got to see, you know, because the thing is, when you look at the leaderboard, it's amazing how close a lot of people are. So you could easily jump 4 or 5 places just by getting 1 miner. Right, so another thing, I don't know if you guys are getting this a lot. I basically am getting it most of the time, and I tend to find that I have to go out, then come back in, and then once it rejigs itself, your room appears. But otherwise, I just get that like blank with that bar, and the bar doesn't start. But yeah, I've been getting it quite recently, a lot. So I didn't know if any of you guys, I'll stick a post in the below this video and let me know. Also, as well as last time, let me know where you are in the levels. I keep missing days. I have to say, I keep missing days of games. Like last night, I knew I hadn't done my games, and I knew I was going to watch a movie. So I thought, well, what I'll do is, because I've got obviously the app on my phone, I'll just play the games while I'm watching the movie. And then I got so into the movie, I completely forgot to play my games. So that's just absolutely rubbish. But anyway, you're not here to listen to me prattle on about movies I've watched and stuff like that. And for those of you that don't know a whole lot about Rollercoin but think it looks like a fun and interesting way to earn yourself some free crypto, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in the description to an earlier video, and that's like a tutorial. So that's going to give you a lot more information and a better understanding of what you need to be doing to get your accounts up and running and earning yourself some of those free coins. But if you go to the end of this video, that link will be there also, so you can just click straight on it and get watching. So let's get into the Halloween event and the burning process. Okay, so here we go. So Rollercoin say, are you afraid of spooky hungry monsters, rollers? Well, you shouldn't be, because our monster has a thrilling treat in store for you. So come with us and you'll see this, our town of Halloween. And then they go on talking about the countdown to creepy reward begins. Prepare to set your miners ablaze in the fiery depths of hell and reap the epic rewards. Here is a quick guide on how it's going to work. 1. Choose the miners you wish to sacrifice and ensure they're in your inventory. Obviously, you've got to make sure, because if they're not in your inventory, the event will not pick up those miners that you want to exchange. Place them in the designated slots. You can sacrifice from 1 to 6 miners. So basically 6 is the most you can do at any one time. Watch as the pumpkin devours them and collect your fantastic rewards. The burning process takes 240 minutes. What's that? 4 hours. Okay. The required time remains the same regardless of the number of miners you burn, but you can always speed it up with a set amount of RLT. Right. Okay. Because I was... okay, so however, here is a tip. It's not cost effective to burn fewer than 6 miners. Well, it's certainly not time wise, because if you burn 1 miner, that's also going to take 240 minutes as well as 6 miners. But I read, it was funny, earlier on I read this little bit at the bottom and I thought, well, what does that mean? Are they going to charge us? But no, but if you want to speed it up, they are going to charge you. And you notice they say it's a set amount. They've not actually designated the amount of RLT. So does that mean, depending on the miner, depends on how much RLT you pay? Or is it just going to be, I mean, it does say a set amount, but that could be a set amount according to the miners you're burning. So if you're buying really high-end, high-powered miners, it could be a higher amount of RLT. Or it literally could just be, let's say it's like 1 RLT or 2 RLT. I would imagine it's going to be no less than 3 to 5. It could be anything up to 10. But I'm going to guess it's going to be between 3 and 5 RLT. Okay, so as you can see, this is basically a close-up look of the event basically and how the process will work. So you can see on the left hand side are your miners, so that is going to be showing your inventory and your miners, and then basically you've got on the right hand side the 6 slots that you can put in, and then also obviously you've got the burn option right there, and then you've also got the Halloween shop, which is where you're going to be able to go and find and be able to spend your e-coins on the miners, that you've gained from the miners you've burnt, and then spend them on the miners that you want. And at the top there, just above basically where you can put your miners to burn, it does say you get 1,000 e-coins for each 100,000 gigahash or 1% bonus from the miner you burn. So, yeah, I mean, that's obviously depends on how much the event miners are going to cost you, because 100,000 gigahash, it's, especially for smaller accounts, that's actually quite a large amount to get rid of. But obviously, if you're getting 1,000, let's say you exchange 300,000 gigahash, you get yourself 3,000 e-coins, and then from that you can get a 500,000 gigahash miner. Well, then that's cool. But also as well, you've got to bear in mind your bonus, because if you get rid of miners who've got a high bonus, that's going to drop the amount of total bonus that is affecting your account, which then essentially, even if you got, let's say you got that 500 gigahash miner, but your bonus dropped significantly from the miners you've exchanged, you could still end up with less power. So, like I say, this is something you've really got to think about and make sure you're working out correctly that the stuff you're getting rid of, you're going to get more back. That is, I know I keep saying it, but it's really important. Okay, so Rollercoin then obviously go on to say, but what's in it for treats? In this event, you'll be getting 2 types of rewards at the same time for burning your miners. Each miner you burn will bring you a set of e-coins and event points. Each miner will cost a certain number of e-coins and event points, depending on its mining power and collection bonus. So that's kind of weird, because you kind of, it's okay saying where you're getting 2 rewards, but you need to spend both of those rewards to get a miner. Okay, so event points. Collect event points for burning your miners and reap the rewards. At the top of the window, you will see the progress bar, which is here at the top. You can just see that. And basically says, progress bar that fills up as you burn miners and collect your event points. Each level requires a specific amount of event points and brings you one of these amazing miners. Okay. So okay. So that doesn't work it doesn't work. What I thought they meant you went into the shop and then you had to have your coins to buy, but then you also had to have your event points to purchase. But obviously the event points is just that basically shows you, pushes you through the levels, is your event points. So, and then basically you've got a 50,000 gigahash miner, 200 gigahash, 240, 580, 870, so basically 1 petahash, just over, and then this one is nearly 2 petahash, and that will give you a 1% bonus. Obviously, none of these will give you, the first 3 give you no bonuses, and obviously the second one, if you can get as high as that, will give you basically 2 petahash and 1% bonus. But yeah, you just got to work it out. You got to work out what is going to be the best for you. Like, say for instance, what I was talking about earlier with the demolition demolisher miners. If we go into the market and just type in, so click on there. So that gives you a 2% bonus. Yes, it only gives you a 70 gigahash. But obviously, I mean, I've got that many that I could get rid of, quite a few, to get that 2 petahash miner, and I would still have the 2% from at least one of the demolishers, and I would gain 2 petahash. But it does, it does depend on how many demolishers I've got to get rid of to then, is it worth it, kind of thing. Because I mean, what was it? Let's say, let's have a look. So 70,000. Oh, actually, hang on. So it'd be, get rid of that. So 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So essentially that is 2 petahash. I know it's just below, but we're doing it for the simple. So divide that by 70,000 equals, so I got to get rid of 28. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously to equal that, so basically let's say 29, so nearly 30 of these to equal. But obviously if these give me a lot of e-coins and I can get that 2 petahash miner for a lot less than that, let's say I could get it for 10, then it's well worth it, but yeah, you just got to see how it plays out. And that's what I said, you got to pay attention to what's going on and how much it's going to cost you in the long run, whether exchanging is actually going to be worthwhile. Okay, so e-coins, collect e-coins during the whole Halloween and get yourself the spookiest rewards ever in a brand new Halloween shop. Halloween case, Halloween miners, e-coins, a special event currency that you can spend in the event shop only. The only way to get e-coins is by burning your miners in the Halloween event. So obviously, like I did mention in the video 10 days ago, if you do partake in the Halloween event, make sure that you are spending your e-coins straight away or while the event is still going on, because that Halloween shop is probably going to disappear. They might give you a couple of days leeway, I'm not sure, but obviously to better be safe than sorry, don't hang on to them going, oh, I'll just see how it goes or whatever. Because if you end up losing them, then not only have you lost your miners, you've lost the ability to buy new miners with the coins that you gained from burning your old miners. So like I say, as soon as you get them, unless you're looking to burn more miners, which at the end of the day, you might as well just burn all of them at once. Spend those coins as soon as you can so you don't lose out. Okay, so that's just about everything. I hope you found that helpful, fun, and informative. If you are interested in that earlier video that I talked about, it's probably on your screen right now. So get clicking and get watching. And if you can smash that like button, please, it really does support my channel, which then helps me make more content to help you. So take care, have a great rest of your week, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.